First time I actually experienced a true autumn was coming here to Longwood. I couldn't believe it, so I actually went around and the leaves were falling from the trees, and I just thought it was so cool because it was just these massive trees were shedding all these leaves, and I went around collecting the leaves trying to see what I could catch from the tree.
Fall is my favorite season by far. You've got these cool, crisp mornings, these really warm, sunny afternoons. The sky is just as blue as it can be. The yellows and reds are coming out. So you just have that wonderful feel and sense, and even you can smell fall.
There's a unique fragrance that autumn has. It just kind of stills everything, and you smell this. It's like a bouquet of all these plants that have kind of done their thing, and they all mix together.
As other gardens are sort of winding down, the vegetable garden is just becoming so productive. It's the harvest season. All the vegetables from the Idea Garden go to our on-site terrace restaurant. So there are actually times where I'll take my produce over to the kitchen and it won't even make it into the cooler. The chef will come out of the kitchen and just take it right out of my hands. Then as we move into maybe the early part of October, we'll start to see a transition. We'll start investing in next year's display. We're planting bulbs for next spring. And while that transition is taking place, more of the attention shifts to the indoor displays with the Chrysanthemum Festival.
The Longwood Chrysanthemum display is the most horticulturally intense display that we do all year. The amount of labor, the amount of resources that need to go into it. About 15 months before these mums have to go on display is about when we actually start thinking about it. We've taken this traditional art form found in Japan and we've made it uniquely our own. And we've pushed the envelope on what we can actually do with these plants. You're working over these small little pieces of stems, and as they're growing, you're pinching off the growing leader to create more lateral growth, and you're constantly working with these bushy plants that you need to take down and put them together and create these shapes. The detail that goes into that is difficult. It's challenging because the plant wants to do its own thing, but you have rules that you need it to adhere by. So it's like you kind of meet them in the middle. When you put all of those together, that's the art of horticulture, in that moment where everything comes together and you're creating this beautiful thing. You're responsible for a legacy piece of Longwood and making sure that it is there for future generations.
The trees are very important at Longwood because Mr. DuPont purchased the property back in 1906 to stop the trees that were here from getting cut down in a timber sale and turned into lumber. We spend half our year roughly taking care of the Christmas lights. That's the biggest draw for us for the entire year. We spend a lot of time doing it, preparing for it, and maintaining it. And it's kind of a labor of love.
I think everybody comes to Longwood maybe for a different reason. Maybe some to learn, or just get away, just meditate, just be quiet for a while.
The most important thing that I want people to take away from Longwood is that Longwood Gardens isn't just this garden with this immense history and this sense of place. That Longwood Gardens is their garden. It's everyone's garden.
Longwood Gardens 2013. Let's go beyond the garden gates.